Sacrifice adjacent unit. Can I do it? I can. Bam! The first warrior has been sacrificed to the gods. So that will give me 20 points. Persia is currently winning this, but I will get to 100 points doing what I'm doing now. I think that should be enough to win, but we will see. Only time will tell after all. So temple being finished next turn. We've got another holy site being finished. My faith pattern is going to start to explode. 81 now. Very good. And nice little extra faith pattern from my trade route to Jerusalem. Still spreading my religion there. Very good. Next settler. So there's just gypsum. 1, 2, 3. There's iron down here. There's another gypsum. So, okay, we could start to pick up gypsum monopolies and corporations. I actually would need to double check and see what gypsum gives. Is it faith or is it something better? Production towards buildings. That's not too bad. Yeah, maybe I do want to go and settle them. Okay, right, well, forward you go for now. Let's do that quickly. And you can see, look, the trade routes are still being renewed every time. I get another trade, another envoy with Jerusalem. I can't trade with the letter yet. I'm not close enough, but we will be soon. Purple Raven Clan, bribe expired. That's Tiger Thang, though. Is that Tiger? I don't even know where Tiger Thang is. Who's Tiger Thang? Is that you? Oh my god, look how far the scouts come and find me. That is not on. Just stop it. Stop it now. That's a big old no from Ursa. He dislikes that move entirely. That's my 4th warrior sacrifice base, and we're now up to 6. We're going to be close. My word, Persia is really, really pushing us here. Am I going to have time? How many turns have I got? 4 turns. This is it. This is all I can sacrifice. I hope I'll win, but at this rate, I don't know if I will. Last warrior sacrificed. We're up to 80. I think we should, because I don't need to win, by the way. I just need to get silver for the extra promotion on the soothsayer, but it's always worth keeping an eye on. Oh, global temperature. It rises every time these projects happen, and yeah, it's very floodable in this area. We're 2nd tile of flooding in my capital. 2nd tile. So that is coaster. So the first flooding happens at phase 3, and then it totally goes by phase 6. So we've got time. We probably should have a look at making sure that we have enough science to get through. What is my special building going to be? This is the question. Do I want to spread my religion around? Not really. So mosques probably aren't the one to go for at the moment. Gurdwaras? Food and housing? That's not a bad thing. I mean, Derasars are food in production. Stupas give an amenity, and amenities are just like the best things in the world. Candy is culture and production. Basilica allows me for relics. I like the idea of getting relics, to be fair. I don't really use them. I haven't gone for a relic religion, but I'll remember that actually in a game that's coming up. Basilicas might be quite handy. Let's go Gurdwaras. I think this is a good balance to the work ethic. Just a little bit more food and housing in cities will be a really good policy for me, and I can build those buildings manually with production very fast, so that should be a good addition for me. Just going to bribe this city-state briefly, just in the hope that it will imminently convert, and that will be very handy for me. Your people are too trusting. You let barbarians in. I do not. I promise you, I do not. I am doing my best to keep barbarians out, but they are just being problematic to me. Oh, I can't resist it. For 95 gold, I am going to get a barb horseman. These are the worst units. They don't upgrade to anything. They are useless, but they're really cheap, and it converts the barbs, the barb camp into a city-state quicker than it should do, so I'll take it. A great person. Okay, how many merchants have gone so far? Not musicians, merchants. Only Marcus Crassus. Okay, cool. Grants 100 faith, grants 1 free copy of the luxury resource on this tile to your capital. That's nice, actually. I like that. So, what could I do? I could get a citrus. I could get a gypsum. Spices. Actually, spice might be a good option for me because that would be handy for my empire. Although I could go for ivory. We haven't got ivory. As long as it's something new, I think that would be good. Or going for amber. I guess amber would at least give me the option to sort of... Actually, I settled on amber, so I couldn't even go for an industry on it. All right, I think I'm going to go for the ivory. I think that's the best option for me here. Okay, what did it convert to? Hong Kong. Hong Kong gives me production towards city projects. Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad. I do like a good city project. I have a scout that's just there. I was just waiting on that trade route so that I could suzerain them. But I think what I'll do is I'll just wait for this barbarian to be killed before I let that go. Oh, I got silver by 5. Oh, you sneaky thing. But that's good to know. About 105. So there's a serious uptake from Persia. But I got the 3 promotion on soothsayers, and that is what matters. Zealot. +2 charges. Nice. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on that one. That's a little bit of a handy thing to know for later. It means I can release the trade route. Huzzah! Hong Kong. It's going to keep a lot of this land around me safe as well, which is quite cool, as well as spreading my religion out as well. Nice. Feudalism. Okay, now I should be able to get builders quicker, so that's what I will do. Harvest calendar is really fun, and urban planning is really fun, but I probably should get rid of these for now. So serfdom and then settlers. So we've got gold, faith, and settlers and builders. So that's a really good mix. We like to see all of that. I also really, really want this great merchant, so that's something I will keep an eye on. So somehow I'm in third on score. I think it's mainly to do with my religion. 26 points on religion, empire. I've got a decent empire score, a decent era score. Yeah, we're getting along nicely. I had a very good start to the game, but the AI is catching and overtaking me on a few important metrics like techs. Babylon is 5 techs ahead of me now, which is the highest person that I've met thus far. Oh no, no. Right, come on, I'm gonna have to send some units over, I can just tell already, but like, don't you dare. There's my great merchant. Okay, now that is a good point. Do I want to save them for corporations? Oh, that was close, wasn't it? I almost did something very silly there. Very silly indeed. I do want to save them for corporations. So you know what? I'm gonna actually use my great merchant to explore. Let's not use variability. I want to save them for corporations. Wow, that would have been a very, very weird miss site there from me, but we remembered. Just yep, annoyingly as my settler gets captured. Don't worry, we'll get it back. But here we go, the floodplains are now kind of controlled by me a little bit. I have a great bath. It's not the best great bath, but I wanted to rush it through so that I at least had it. I am Egypt after all. Every flood that goes through gives those tiles +1 faith. I don't believe this river has flooded just yet, but I kind of wanted to see what did happen when I flooded a river. Now, this is the thing. Don't forget, I have something that says floods provide bonus food, production, and gold to affected tiles. So I have 1 affected tile. It's not great right now. There could be 2, including the Great Bath. So this really is the worst place to do it. But I just wanted to see what happened. Cause disaster. Mitigated. 1,000-year flood. Let's see what happens. Oh, there are some cool yields. I've got a little, actually there's a little bit of extra yield on this tile now. It's 1 faith, which is from a great bath, 2 food, 1 gold, 2 production. So it seems like it's a random mix. Interesting. Okay, cool. Right, well, I need to think about culture bombing, actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a commercial hub here. And I'm going to wait until the World Congress comes and see if I can trigger culture bombs. Or an industrial zone. That would do the same thing, actually, thinking about it. Greece. How's Greece doing? Score-wise, not so great. 3 cities, 13 pop. I have 5 cities and 23 to put that into context. But more importantly, it's a trading partner. I can actually give them some stuff, and I think they normally buy Diplo favor for a lot of money. Actually, I mean, Dido is still my best person to sell to, but yeah, for now it's not too bad. Just a quick one for our Scottish audience here. Mega colossal volcano erupts. Arthur's Seat has erupted in one of the deadliest explosions known to man. What's Arthur's Seat? I'm pretty sure is not in the middle of the Middle East. But, I mean, imagine if Arthur's Seat did go off. It's the volcano, old extinct volcano that is just above Edinburgh. I've been to the top of that. Very nice walk. Lovely, lovely views over the sea. I think I did it on Hogmanay one time. Very nice walk. Anyway, lots of exciting stuff is happening this turn. Firstly, we have a governor, which I'm going to treat myself to researcher so that I can go from a measly 13 science per turn to 19.6. That helps quite a bit. I'm building an ancestral hall. That's a really tasty thing. I also have some barbs down to the south, which I am just going to now try and pin in. I want my settler back. I want it back now. So I've done a little bit of damage. Even if they cross the river, I should be able to hunt them down. I can make friendship with Greece, which is looking good. And Babylon is selling a relic for 79 gold. Sure thing. I'll go. That's great. Even more tourism and even more faith per turn. Faith per turn right now is my most valuable resource, even more valuable than gold. 445 is what a settler costs at the moment. I'll treat myself to another one next turn. This settler is heading up. I'm going to actually see if I can go and work these elephants. They'll be very nice. But having nice gold income is handy, because if barbs do anything really bad, I can just go hire unit, hire units and just sort of slowly work them. Oh, you know, speaking of, that's a bit of fun. Look at all these barbs appearing from nowhere. Mmm, tasty. Oh my lord, there are a lot of barbarians here right now. Oh my. I got my saddle back though, so that's a good thing. But still, it's not looking super good. I'm just going to have to get discipline back in, which I never thought I'd have to do at this late stage of the game, but it's definitely worth that little bit of a combat bonus to try and keep the barbs away from me. If I kill this barbarian horseman with the spearman, yep, I can now move the saddler back over, go and heal my barb horseman, and where are you going, Mr. Sattler? Oh, everyone's feeling a little bit fresh right now, but that's okay. Do we want to go for cavalry or melee? I think I'll go against melee just to stop this, that swordsman from having such an advantage on me. But yeah, the barbs are proving slightly frustrating right now, ever so slightly. Scythia, honoured to meet you. Yes, I'd love to see where your capital is. It's over here. 10 population. Oh, that's a nice city. Well done, friend. You've done well expanding your empire like that. I have 2 turns now from the Ancestral Hall. I just want to hold off on my settler until that point, just because I feel it would be worth getting that improvement. But yeah, this is proving a little tricky right now. Got a Sphinx in there. Look at that. Some delicious yields now that that's next to a river. I'm just holding off on this trader because I'm going to get my new city to work it. Tell you what would be useful. My unique chariot archer. Let's get one of these in. They are very powerful, and they should be able to, oh yeah, look at that, nuke barbarians. Lovely stuff. I just got a couple of these sailing up and down the desert, just killing everything they meet. That'll be good fun. I might lose my barbarian horseman here, but honestly, worse things have happened, you know. Let's go to there, and then we'll go kabloop, like that, 100. Look at that, instant kill. Beautiful. It's what we like to see. Friendship with Scythia. Oh, you know what? We're actually beginning to make friends with pretty much everyone we meet at the moment, which is quite good. I'm buying everyone's relics slowly. It's a good use of my gold. I've now got 4 of them, producing quite a bit of tourism. I haven't met anybody yet, so the tourism game is not a problem for me. Just sort of ticking along in my little corner of the world, making builders, building infrastructure, getting all of my faith per turn up. I'm on 145 now. I really should have been buying settlers. Look at that. We'll build a couple more now. Oh, Magnus is looking good. He's so good in that city. Yeah, barbs are still just throwing themselves at me, but that's fine. I can't move my settler onto that tile, but I can get the barb horseman over soon, which would be pretty cool. I'm just trying to think of the best way over now. If I move my unit to there. Okay, the chariot archer will help. I can move on to that tile, fire over the top, hit the scout. Almost kills it. In fact, actually, I'm just going to leave my settler here. Hopefully the scout will come and take the settler, and then I can counterattack back. But my capital has now finished its Ancestral Hall, which means when I settle, now I get a free builder, so now I can pop this city down. Oh, Carthage loves the fact that I'm building away from the coast. It's the Nile I'm after. That's what I'm really after here, so I totally get it. It's fine. Get a Sphinx. Just for a few extra yields, and we'll start collecting gypsum. Another market as well. That's our 5th trade route active now, and we are now getting the most merchant points by a considerable distance, so this is good. This is exactly what we wanted to see from this sort of mid-stage of the game that we're approaching now. It's looking good. Got another holy site possibility going. I'm just going to put it on this flat tile over there. That's a good one to be popped on. And Pingala's going to go grants and connoisseur to give me a little bit of extra culture, but more importantly, even more merchant points per turn. It doubles them. So I now should be getting from 5.7 to about 9 per turn once that all settles itself out. City-state over here has just appeared. Yerevan. Ooh, I like Yerevan. Yerevan's good for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it gives me even more faith. Basically, Jerusalem's giving me 6 faith for every completed holy site, because I get 1 from a shrine, 2 from a temple, and 3 from my worship building. So that's all really good, and Yerevan will boost that even further. So if you have a think, I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holy sites completed. That's another 30 faith if I take control of Yerevan, so that's really good for me. I'm going to send a unit to go and discover that. But what I'm really looking for is Nazca. Now, Nazca doesn't have a natural placement on this map, so it's likely to appear in the desert somewhere. If I can take Nazca, I can put Nazca lines down on the desert, and this game becomes a lot more interesting, put it that way. Just building my roads up through my empire. I will just send one to Hong Kong. I would like to get myself 6 envoys with every city-state, just so I'm getting the full benefit when my districts are complete. Next city, this one's in the desert, but it will be pretty good, especially because that gypsum resource is going to be finished soon. I just need to decide which city will take the Gypsum Corporation. I think it's probably going to be this one because it's got the most land around it and it should be a pretty good city once everything is set in stone. So yeah, no, I think that's what we'll go for. Oh, don't mind me, little city-states. Well, a barb encampment. If I just spring some walls up, that's engineering boosted, which is nice. But there we go. I can start just to hit this. Yeah, lovely. Heavy chariot comes steaming through and kills the slinger in one. That's good. I want to let this 2 flags city-state. That's not going to stay there unless I move my cities around a little bit. Now, this is the thing. Do I want to let that... Do I want to let it exist? Oh, I kind of want to harvest as many city-states as I can, being honest. It's just whether or not that's going to be too much of a problem for me. If I were to say, I've got a city there, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could move my city over to this tile, which would give everybody enough space. And then I could still do that. You know what? I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. We're going to just roll with this one and keep that in my empire. So this builder puts the quarry down on the gypsum, and now I can go for the industry. Buildings in host city gets improved. Okay, and I think it means I've now got some more luxuries to sell to people as well. Oh, the luxuries that I'm getting. This is what my economy is rolling on at the moment. It's very nice. I missed out on the Colosseum, which I was kind of faffing around with, but Rome got the Colosseum and that makes me very happy. And it's by Rome. Oh, yes. Oh, Rome. Oh, that's so good. I'm actually quite happy with that outcome. I like it when the AI accidentally, follows and builds things where they should be. It's lovely to see. Poland. Hello, Poland. You'd be amazed by how many relics I've picked up in this game. You'd love that if you got your hands on them. One more desert city. Every time I settle one of these, I get another era score. So we're slowly going towards a golden age. We need to get one more in 5 turns. I think we should be able to do that. I'm pretty sure. I also have another city just to the north of Jerusalem, opening up a whole other area for me, especially because there's ivory here. Yes, delicious ivory. I shouldn't be saying delicious ivory because we love elephants really, but delicious ivory nonetheless. Well, we'll just borrow this. It's one of Congo's unique units. Nice, 260 gold has never been better spent. So I can keep my flanks of, my cities very safe as well. A galley? I could get a galley that would keep this little area of sea safe. I was thinking about whether or not I could actually build a canal over from this sea over to the Mediterranean. I feel like I've probably misplaced my city slightly. I don't think the Panama Canal will fit here. I think it has to go in a pretty straight line, doesn't it? We'll see. I don't know. Always dream. Always believe. Portugal time. Portugal always do well on these maps. As soon as you get lots and lots of people, you start to get crazy Portugal yields. Although, look at this, plus 38 gold. They're not doing crazy. I'm actually, again, on this unique mod. What do Portugal look like? What are Portugal's skills? Because I feel like they could be crazy. So the trade route thing is exactly the same. Traders have extra range, yep. Random Eureka on earning a Great Admiral. So the Great Admiral thing was added in. Trade route capacity, that's exactly the same. Embarked and naval units receive 1 movement in sight, yep. Unlocking a new naval unit grants an envoy. Oh wow. So they get extra envoys, just in case they weren't powerful enough, and extra Eurekas. Blimey, Portugal are good. Spit Rock, please. No, it's not Spit Rock. It's Split Rock. Spit Rock is very different. Could you please go away? I'm going to bribe you so that you convert quicker. But I'm also then going to move my unit into my own lands and start to attack you. Get out of here. Apprenticeship. Okay, we can start building our first industrial zones, which I plan on doing very soon. I need one of these to be a glorious zone, but it doesn't need to be this one. So I'm going to build that first. Finish the builder. That's all good. Look, you can see I'm making friends with everyone. Yes, be my friends. I actually need construction now so that I can get lumber mills. There's a couple of forest tiles that I'm working up in Memphis. It would give me a bunch of production if I unlocked that. So that's really cool. Selling all of the open borders from my cities for about 20 gold per turn to everybody. It's always worth doing this later into the game. What a wonderful thing to find. And another gypsum sorted. Lovely. 10 results of olives. I found another one. Where was that extra one? Oh, Carthage has one. Oh, if I can get that olives. Oh boy, my monopoly will be complete. Complete. I just picked up shipbuilding, which is very nice indeed. That means that my great merchant who I'm using to explore at the moment, he can hit the sea. I'm getting as much of the map with them as I can. If the barb kills them, they just come straight back to my empire, so it's not a problem, but it's just It's quite funny, just watching them go around the map. This is a camp. Now, what does Ivory give me? Production towards military units. Interesting. I haven't really got any other Ivory anywhere else, or at any rate, nowhere in my immediate empire outside of these areas that I'm collecting now, but there's not much Ivory on the map. There's lots of monopoly opportunities for me here. Yeah, I think I will end up putting an industry in this place. That's pretty cool. Yellow... Oh, where is this? Yellow goat, badger claw. Where's this one? Grey rat. Yellow goat. Oh, yellow goat's over there. If they get too much into my grill, I'll have to just sort of send them packing. But feel like scouts don't tend to go into your empire unless you've killed the camp. And I think we're okay for now, so it's all good. Grants a 3 trader unit in the city, increases trade route capacity by 1, foreign trade routes to the city provide 2 gold. It's really good, but as mentioned before, that's not what I want to do with great merchants. I want to keep them. So we'll put them in a little bit away, and eventually we'll get to economics, and that lets me get corporations, and corporations are well worth it. Oh, Yerevan. Perfect. Actually, I just spread my religion to them just by finding them. That's fun. If I give them one more apostle, you can see I've already gone to 181 faith. That puts me to 197, which is lovely. So unfortunately, I can't put a city on this tile, but I can put one on the tile next to it, so that's not too bad. But Yerevan is just a mighty improvement for me. I'm actually just going into Hong Kong's lands with a builder to upgrade their unique citruses so that I can get them effectively. I like citrus, and I like the idea that I'm using my city-states to basically just make sure they're getting all of the luxuries they own. This spice is already improved, but there are 3 whole citruses, and there's no reason why those can't be part of my empire, so through we go. Just checking as well about other city-states and how people have gone in. Pericles actually has 7 envoys at Jerusalem now, so we do need to watch that one. Luckily, I get an envoy every time I send a trade route there, and let's have a look and see who you are. Okay, Greece is Void Singers, which is rubbish. Why bother? Why bother? We'll be fine. Golden Age on the medieval era. Perfect. This is a lovely thing to happen. You know, we're not even close to anyone, so it doesn't matter at all. What shall we go for? So, 3 inquiry gives me a bunch more science, like a lot of science. If I actually add this up, I would get 4, 8, 10, 12 science, I think, which is about 50% more than I've got at the moment. But I think monumentality is still converting my faith into settlers. I still believe that is the best thing for me to do. So we will keep on that. That works really well for me. Let's see, look at this. I've got settlers just appearing everywhere. So we've got that one's going to this city. That one go to... I mean, that's a stupid route, isn't it? Why are you doing that? Don't do that. You go there, and you're going there. Good. Okay, I just need to stop these barbs from stealing anything. But whilst I have this builder, I'm going to go in and just treat myself to another settler. Again, always buy your settlers in your lowest population cities if you have a choice, because that population will recover literally in 2 turns. It makes very little long-term difference at all. I have also noticed, don't get too excited, but this is a possibility. There is a Sahara natural wonder with 4 spaces around it for preserves. Now, actually executing that is difficult, but it's possible. Would I put 4 cities around here just to do that? You bet I would. You absolutely bet I would. So, that city-state needs to die. I think that's what's going to have to happen here. Oh, this feels like one of those brilliant and also pointless ideas that you know and I know that I love. Also, my next industry is done. Get those elephants in, I say. Get them in. World Congress time. None of these are very fun. I'd love it if we could get double merchants, maybe. So I'll vote that in. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to vote no great profit because that's the safest thing to do. And I'll also go for fewer grievances on me. I'll put 3 votes in on that one. Actually, no, I'll put 2 votes in on both because it gives me just a slight chance of getting at least one of them. Catastrophic explosion, is that Arthur's seat again? No, I don't think it is. Profits, 100% more for Cleopatra. Oh, I'm making tons of grievances. That's not what I wanted at all. Never mind. Can I just say, there's something incredibly pretty about the visual of a trader camel going through the desert and making a little track behind him. I love that. That is so cute. Sometimes you forget. I have to say, right, I've played so many thousands of hours of this game. When you actually look at the beauty of it, it's a really pretty game. And I'm looking forward to having an amazing Nile empire that covers this entire thing. But like, oh, this is great. I mean, I know the Nile technically kind of drifts inland a bit more and the map is at a spin and it's not entirely accurate, but that's kind of why I enjoy the game. It's all just a bit random and a bit wonderful. I love it. I can't lie. It's a great game. But no culture bomb. I was hoping we'd get a district and I could put this commercial hub down and I'd be able to do it. But I'm just going to treat myself to another disaster and see what happens. We've got 22241 at the moment. Let's see what happens with a mitigated flood. Okay, should we have a look? It's now is 32523. Oh, that's a good tile. Fair play. I need to get more of these floodplains, I think. Unfortunately, this is all a different river. That is a different river to... No, that one's the same. There's there's 3 different rivers here. Okay, right, we need the biggest floodplain we can get. What is the biggest floodplain we can get? Is it this one? Might be this one. Yeah, I need to go and settle that. Yeah, we can make some amazing little things. I just need to... One thing I've noticed is that if I cause a natural disaster like that, I need to immediately go and sell my diplomatic favor because the carbon penalty I get the next turn means that I get nothing from it. So it's always worth getting rid of that quick. Celestial navigation is done. And also, I have guilds. Guilds is quite good. Guilds give me craftsmen, which I'm tempted to put in immediately. I'm not building settlers at the moment, so I'll go harvest calendar, certain, scripture, and do we put that in? Craftsman, it's only worth 2 per turn. I'll go traveling merchants, give myself a couple of extra merchant points because I'm racing through them. I'm also now getting engineer points because I finished a single industrial zone. We've got this city now working industrial zone projects. We've got this city working commercial zone projects. Between the two, we're going to be doing just fine. I can also now unlock myself the Gilded Vault. I'm a little bit away from Gilded Vault, but not too much. I've got to go mathematics, education, stirrups, banking. So there's no point rushing it per se. What's probably worth doing more? I'm just trying to think of the next governor that might be good. I've got a glut of faith, so maybe Moksha. Yeah, thinking Moksha in my new cities, being able to just put districts down would be a wonderful thing. So we'll go and do that. Macedon. Oh, Egypt and Macedon traditionally get on very well. Oh, Alex, you with a smile. Smile that could sail and sink ships simultaneously. Be a very confusing day for everyone. The only thing I do know is that Imhotep I can now buy for some gold. I've been saving up nicely. Imhotep is such a good purchase. Lovely. James of St. George I'm not so concerned about, but the others are looking pretty good. Actually, that merchant will pop in. I've just finished a merchant project in my capital. That's looking pretty decent. At any rate, here is another city. Huzzah! We are still spreading around, doing all of the good things. Lovely stuff. In fact, actually, I'm just going to treat myself to this horse resource. It even gets the gold and the culture from the Egypt ability. Lovely stuff. That's what I like to see. I think I heard another city-state popping into existence, Taruga. What on earth did Taruga do again? I don't remember. 5% science in all cities for each improved strategic resource they have. That'll give me a small bonus, I guess. It's not too bad. But more importantly, I've already seemingly picked them up. I mean, that's crazy. I love that, and they follow my religion now, so that's even better. There's another merchant. That's merchant number 3, just waiting in my empire. I've got 3 potential industries at the moment, and monarchy as well, just to make it even better. So, traveling merchants, let's get rid of that. Let's go Republican legacy, serfdom, scripture. I think I'm going to go again for harvest calendar, although I actually am going to be building wonders soon, but not quite yet. So we'll do that. I'll go for craftsman and I'll go for veterancy. Is that probably the best one to do? Now we'll go defensive buildings because I am building walls occasionally. Not often, but occasionally. Oh, alliances, of course. Okay, this is relatively amusing. I don't have any trades at the moment with anybody else, and only a city-state has a trade with me, so that's not particularly interesting, but I could get a trade in theory with Babylon. Did someone just trade with my... Oh, who was that? That was between Sais to Hong Kong. That's my new city. Actually, you know what? It's probably for the best that, because I can go and build the trader somewhere else, like my new city Swenet. But still, I don't approve. I don't approve at all. 2 flags are now Mexico City. Oh, I like that city-state. That's a really good city-state. Yes, I approve. I approve heavily of that choice Only Nazca, I think, would be better. I think Nazca are up there with better choices, but there really are not that many better choices than what we've just seen there, so that's pretty good. Ottomans, hello! I mean, if there's anything that we find out now, it'll be that somebody has Niter, and it's normally the Ottomans. I didn't realise just how much of a starting bias Ottoman gets for Niter, but it's a big one. Another city-state has just gone, now known as Fez. Ooh, exciting! Actually, Fez means if I use a religious unit to convert a city, I get science. That's a big deal. We'll just pop that one into existence. It's lovely. I like that. I like that a lot. I finally unlocked Trade Confederation. I like this policy a lot. Extra culture and science from all my trade routes. Just slowly getting the infrastructure in now. Get diplomatic quarter in on this city. Lovely. That'll give me more influence. So I've got to decide which city is going to be my Petra city. Petra's still available, and I've got a few decent candidates for it. Maybe this city up to the north. Where did I put my industry? Over here, the gypsum industry. I mean, this is a good candidate, but it feels like the rest of the city's kind of letting it down a little bit. So yeah, let me have a think about that. But all I'm waiting for is just to finish this harbour in Byzantium. Once I've done that, we'll be laughing. That's another city-state that has flipped. Whereabouts is this one? Geneva. Ooh, interesting. I don't have any envoys there. Need to pick that one up myself, but that's always a good one. I could actually put Armani there. That would help. One more city. Well, hey. Oh, we're doing good. We're getting there now. We're on steam. There's another trader ready to rock. So it's a smaller route, but Mexico City means that we're now suzerain there, which is lovely. We're spreading my religion even more, and I've now got regional effects increased. I mean, this is so good. I'm enjoying this. One more city. This one is right on the coast, and actually my soothsayer needs to get there because I think I can make some amazing. In fact, as you can see, there's been a couple of floods already on these tiles because I'm getting more yields out of them than I have any right to. Just gonna get myself a soothsayer. Why not? Let's just make this worse. Let's improve this by as much as we can. I'm gonna pick up ritual now before I forget it. I do want gilded vaults, and I think my gilded vaults are gonna be very beneficial once I get them. My culture game is going to be crazy. Byzantium. Ignore Byzantium. I'm not copying you at all. It's a totally trademark independent and separate entity that you don't need to worry about, friend. Sprawling Empire, we did it. 13 cities is what it takes. It's often, there's a lot of games actually where I seem to get Sprawling Empire on exactly 13 cities. I don't know what it is, but the AI seems to very regularly put down 10 cities and stop. I'm tempted to believe it's something within the sort of AI of how they approach things. Oh, alliances, I meant to have a look at that, and I totally forgot. So Kilwa has been taken, which is a little unfortunate, but technologically I'm a bit behind right now, and someone like Portugal is doing really well. I see Kilwa briefly being made up here, but no, that's not going to happen. Anyone building mausoleum? Anybody? Not that I can see. Not that I can see. One more turn, and Byzantium can build a harbour, and then we can get going on that as well. Venice has just appeared as well. Venice, I believe, is where it should be. I might be wrong on that. Oh no, Venice has randomly appeared. So that is a good city-state to give me. I mean, what do I want? Geneva or Venice? I think I'm going to try and get Geneva because the 15% extra science is going to be a big old deal for me. Let's try and do that. Alright, Soothsayer, let's give this a try, shall we? Let's just give this a try. 1,000-year floods. Okay, it only affects these two, but I think we're going to create some amazing tiles when these all sort themselves out. Unfortunately, the tiles are a bit bugged, but that's a 5 food tile now. And this one, oh yeah, these are pretty good. Again, always sell your diplomatic favour whenever you do that because you'll never get any of it back. Time to get the harbour down. Now, it's not quite as good a harbour as this +4, but the +3 does give me access to the mausoleum, so that's why I'm doing this one. Should be good. I'm looking forward to just finishing this wander off nicely. We've got 3 merchants now, all waiting. I think that one just teleported. Yeah, so perfect. We are doing good. Everything's looking like it is coming up Ursa at the moment, and this Barb clan is also dispersed for you. Just freeing this area for my beautiful, beautiful, ridiculous Sahara preserves, which I'm absolutely desperate to go and do. Oh no, Pericles just got the mausoleum. Oh, you chump. You chump. I was just building the harbour. You know what, fine. Fine. Okay, right, that's fine. That means we can now rush Petra, which is kind of what I was waiting to do with Imhotep. So, let's go find our Petra city. I think the best one. Actually, I'm going to make it Edfu. Should we do that? What's this one doing? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go and make it in this city. Why not? Petra time it is. This is what I deserve. I've been disappointed, and now we shall enjoy ourselves. Just a small tech boost as well. I have Fez, so this should give me 40 science, which is enough for engineering. Look at that. You thought I'd forgotten about it. It's because I haven't been able to spread my religion too much because it's been passively spreading so effectively, but I can do it every now and then. James of St. George instantly builds ancient and medieval walls around the city. Om nom 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 nom. This will be lovely indeed. Oh, in my last charge of the Soothsayer, apparently I did a storm rather than a flood, which is a bit frustrating. I don't know why it chose to do that, but it did. So I'm switching to Reformed Church because I want the extra discount on faith purchases, which is very handy for me, so I'm going to put that one up. We've got Craftsman giving me very little, but a little bit, and Limes, which is great. We've got Serfdom, we've got Scripture. I'm going to put Republican Legacy in because I love that card. It's such a good one. And I think Harvest Calendar is just helping my tiny little weak cities, but I'm going to put in Gothic Architecture first. Now that 15% wonder bonus, combined with Imhotep, insta-builds Petra. 2 food, 2 gold, 1 production on all desert tiles in this city. Alas, could you imagine if we had the Empire-wide Petra mod on right now? That would be fun, but alas, we do not. We will just have to be content. We will just have to be content without it. But it means this city now, hopefully, is going to start to do some proper growing. This is what all the floods did, by the way. I have a 7 food, 4 production, 2 culture, 1 faith, 4 gold tile. Yeah, this is going to be a good city, I think, after a while. I'm just going to actually swap these tiles in because I believe it's going to be good. Now let's just work this tile to start with, and we can go from there. Oh, city-state conversion is now disabled. Interesting. I don't know if Nazca has actually made it into the game. Let's assume that it hasn't and progress accordingly, I think. Actually, that's quite apt. Carthage got Casa, which is the wonder that's really good when they put cities on other continents, so that's really good. I was just checking out other civs on the map and they've done really well. I'm actually going to make an alliance with them. Let's go economic with Carthage. I'm going to go military with Macedon because I think it would be hilarious. Actually, I'm not going to pay you for it. Go cultural. Oh, they really want cultural. Fine. Religious with Poland is often a fun one. And military with Portugal. Portugal often have a huge navy once they get going in a game. 1 more city. Look at that. It's all looking really tasty. Samarkand, we've just met as well. We need to go and explore the map because I think, if there's any chance that Nazca are on this map, they will have just spawned somewhere without really telling us, so kind of what I'm hoping has happened, really. I also got Temple of Artemis in my northern city. This is by my elephant encampments. I get a few more immunities here, but actually, this might help to grow the city into something a little bit powerful and trade hubby. It's kind of near the borders of Babylon a little bit, so anything I can get in this area is pretty cool. Look at that. Free population and growing fast. And with this city, that's basically, yeah, I've totally settled kind of along the Nile as I wanted to. It's all mine. Now my borders will expand a little bit. I've got lots of sphinxes, lots of culture coming in from my resources being near a river, so that's all fantastic. I'll just give it time. My Petra city will be just a glorious hub of growth in the middle of all of it, which I'm looking forward to seeing that blossom into something cool as well. Yeah, overall, I am super chuffed with how this empire has turned out so far. Really enjoyable. And I guess I've got 3 settlers now coming down to these preserved cities, which shouldn't take too long to do, hopefully. Got a 4th in next turn, I'll have enough faith to do it. I guess I can go and settle along the top of this sea as well, into the Middle East a little bit. I could continue settling along the Mediterranean in both directions. I've got a settler over in this direction, looking to go and take as many of these oranges as I can. The world is my oyster. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Plus, the playthrough just got even better because I've now got Visselbanken, so all of my trade routes to city-states are now even better than they were before. I'm going to get that plus 15 food back into my empire. It's just helping my little cities to grow a touch. This is quite sweet. Limes, craftsman. I need to get some better policy cards, but for now, we've got some good coming along now. Look at these 5 trade routes to city-states already. We're finishing up holy sites now, so my faith is now spiraled above 300. I've got 2 faith city-states. This has become just the most beautiful sort of Nile empire. Very different to my last one. I played this game before. If you ever fancy watching other games, I did one as Egypt where we had Reeds and Marshes Pantheon, the +2 production on all of the floodplains, and that was fun as well. We had a very different sort of empire on that. But yeah, different sort of game, and I'm really enjoying it. Jacob Fuga. That's my 4th merchant. We are getting a few of these now. Just wait until the corporations start later into the game. Oh, I think the Barbs are actually just going to let me in and settle. So I shall. Don't mind me while I just throw up ancient walls from nowhere and start bombarding you. It's totally chill. It's all good. I wouldn't worry about it at all. Goodbye, Mr. Barb encampment. I would say that I enjoyed you, but I didn't. It would be a lie. Appease the gods again, you say? Well, actually, should we see if we can do the thing we did before where we just levy a city-state and take all their troops to a volcano and kill them all? I quite liked that as a strategy. It was quite fun. I still think the safest volcano to get to is this one in Senna, so that's where we're gonna go. Fair play. Yep, don't mind me, Hong Kong. Don't mind me at all. I'm just gonna borrow these units. I promise I'll give them back, but they'll probably be a lot hotter. And yeah, I'm not going to give them back. These Barb clans are also quite handy as well, because I can just teleport them straight to the volcano, which is very, very handy. I've got a nice chariot archer there as well. It's not a very effective unit to sacrifice, that one, but it'll do. Look at this, I've already got a few troops all ready to go. Again, silver rewards, that's all I need. Oh my word. Persia are always very keen on this whole sacrifice thing. I feel like I need to watch them. Like, what's going on, Persia? Why do you keep killing everyone? Also, check this out for a nice little science boost. Boom, 100. That's 2 turns worth of banking in one go there. Lovely. Here is another industry opportunity. This time for citrus. I think I'm just going to go and take it. There's no point in waiting or being modest about this one, or even waiting for another city to do it. This is a decent city. I'm going to do it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, banking. Banking is a big deal for me because now I have the option of getting my Gilded Vault. Now, the Gilded Vault does a few things. Not only does it give me great merchant points, 2 rather than 1, it also gives me a little bit more gold and gives me culture equal to the adjacency bonus of the commercial hub. Now, it means a couple of things. It means I want to be sticking in the commercial hub adjacency card because that's now going to give me 26 extra culture per turn. But it also means if I put a harbour down in the city, I get a 3 trade route. It's 1,160 gold to buy. They're very expensive buildings, but given how much money I'm making from selling my luxuries at the moment, I think it's fine. Also, 69 diplomatic favour. Nice. So Byzantium, just quickly get this for me. It's a really good city to have it in. And Kasploosh, another trade route. I'm just actually going to pick the trader up from this city, primarily because I have no road going between Jerusalem and Senna, and it's very annoying. It's very rare I say this, but I'm actually going to rush economics. Corporations sound amazing, and I'd quite like to get Big Ben's and stock exchanges, so that's where I'm going to be heading. Just checking on my boosts. I need to build a university next to a mountain. I need to get enlightenment. Own 2 crossbows. Okay, there are some things here that can very easily be done. That's not too bad. And this Barb encampment I think I should be able to destroy as well. Oh dear, chariot archer, away! Okay, look, I appreciate the effort, but please build the road. Oh. Why would you do that, Jerusalem? Because you've got a harbour, isn't it? That is so frustrating. I want to put the road down. That's the whole point. Never mind. Okay, humanism is in now. That's a really good card. So, as discussed before, I'm going to pick up town charters. That is really cool. I'm going to put that instead of harvest calendar. And I love getting invention in because I've got so many workshops. Actually, to be fair, I'm getting so much faith. I'm going to get Republican Legacy, but both are good. They are very good cards that I could get, but Republican Legacy just keeps more of my cities happy. That's always a good sign if I can pull that one off. Finally, my last city around the Sahara Natural Wonder. Now, I'm just taking the time to give my cities holy sites first. Sounds a bit weird, but I would rather get the beautiful adjacency and the production going, and then we'll put the preserves in afterwards. I think that works well as an idea for me. I'm pretty sure that's the best way of doing this. So I've met Kaguna, which gives me the ability to put Bates down. Nice. I've got Bologna. Actually, Bologna would give me tons more great people points. So again, something I want to focus on doing. I want to get more trade routes as well. I've only got 7 of them at the moment, and it's basically because I've got no population. That's what it boils down to, no population, so I haven't got enough population to put all the commercial hubs down. I'm starting to change that though. You can see they are being built. It's just taking absolutely forever. Look, there's another city now that can do one here. Perfect. I just realized I should be building Angkor Wat. That would be such an amazing, oh yeah, an amazing wonder for me. +1 population in all 20 cities. That would give me the trade routes I need. Why did I not think about this before? Oh, I've even got 2 charges of Theodore. That's 400 production. Okay, right, in order to make sure that this goes through perfectly, I'm just going to flick in Gothic architecture, which should be lovely, and we'll go rush this. Yeah, we should be able to do that nicely. Perfect stuff. World Congress time. Nobody really cares what goes on. Does Greece have a religion? That is a valid question. I don't think they do. Nope, they don't at all. So I'm going to vote for condemning, what's at the top of the list? This religion. Why not? I don't know. Actually, I would really like culture bombs. This is the one I've been waiting for. Okay, can I get that one? Are we able to get culture bombs? Can we do that? Yes. Okay, that means that we can now take some stuff from Jerusalem. I just need a little bit more population in the city, and I can put my commercial hub down and steal that floodplain. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be really handy. Shall we see how good some of these floodplains are? I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty cool. Oh yes, they flooded several times before. This is going to be a lovely city. Just expanding into parts of Africa now after all of the luxuries we can get hold of. I can't be far off a gypsum monopoly. Actually, I can go improve that one in Fez. And there's a city over here to Fez. Oh yeah, okay, I've just seen something amazing in that area. Perfect. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Salty Tech, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Dayboy91, Sean Cretes, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Emir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiatore, and Private Selection Genoa Salami for all of your support, as well as everybody that leaves comments and interacts with the channel generally. Thank you so much. See you all next time.